Alright everybody, here we got a blown exhaust manifold gasket. You see it right there. You see all the dark in it. This is on a Cummins ISC. Alright, what I'm going to start doing is taking off the inlet to the CAC coming out of the turbo side. These clamps, all you got to do is just put a flathead screwdriver in the middle of the clamp and the elbow. Just twist, it should just pry off. I'm just going to put this one to the side. No point in taking it off the other side. Now this is actually, I'm going to replace the exhaust manifold. I already know because at the end I checked the gap on it and it was too out of spec, so I needed to replace it. Right here I'm going to take off the clamp on the exhaust side of the turbo. Just a little 10 milli nut holding it in place. You just got to move this just far enough to get it out. See how you can just fit the turbo out of there. No big deal. You're going to want to remove the oil supply line on the turbo. I believe it's a 13/16. Now, in order to get the oil drain line, I had to get it from the bottom. I made these, put two extensions together and a 10 milli wobbly. Just try to fit it in all the way from the bottom. It's pretty long. Luckily this is a cab over, so I have quite a bit of room. You want to just try to fit it in there, loosen it as much as you can, and then try to fit your fingers in there and loosen the rest of the bolts. They're little 10 milli bolts, so not too much of a hassle. These little wobblies are lifesavers. Just don't put a gun on it. Fly everywhere. Here I am just taking the bolts off by hand. These little ISCs, a little old, but they're pretty easy to work on. Right here I'm double wrenching. It's kind of hard to get a socket in there, so just double wrench the nuts. A little 9/16. I've seen them come in 15 millis, so just careful of that. But I just loosen it just enough so I can start getting everything by hand, and then just leave one nut on. Once you get them all off, you can just hold the turbo in place and remove the last nut by hand. The pressure of the turbo is holding it in place, so I had to use a wrench. But if you lift it up a bit, you can just take that nut off. Hold it in place, take the nut off, and just take the turbo out. Just like that. the removal process. I'm just gonna take the bolts off with the air hammer. Pretty much just a 13 milli. Sometimes I don't recommend this because they can snap in place. Sometimes I like to go just break them loose with the real large, long 3/8 ratchet. But in this case, I'm just using a gun, take them off a little quicker. Sometimes they like to be rusted in there. I like to soak them with some PV Blast and just let them soak overnight. ISCs, you don't see them much anymore. At least I hardly ever see them, but making a video just in case someone comes across one wanting to know the torque specs or the procedure. I don't think I took a picture of how big the gap was where that blown gasket was. Sorry for the angle. Wasn't able to really see what the angle was until I'm watching this video right now with you guys. Now I put the new one in already. I used some guide studs. I made them with the bolts that were already there because we got new ones. And I'm torquing it to 39 foot-pounds right here. There is a sequence to torque it. It's I'll see if I can put it at the end of the video. It's kind of hard to tell you guys right now. I did write it down on the manifold, but it doesn't look like you can see it from right here. But pretty much I'm doing the torque sequence, so if you can just follow the way I'm doing it, that is the way the torque sequence is. I did say 39 foot-pounds for the bolts, and I did anti-seize the bolts, so I guess I didn't show that here. Sorry about that. Now again, guys, let me know how I can better these videos for you guys. This might be the last video I do where it can be far, because I'm looking at it here, it looks kind of far away. I'll try to get it closer next time so you guys can see. Now right here, I'm taking off the gasket for the oil drain tube. Sometimes you can scrape it off with a little razor blade, but if you tap it with a ball peen hammer, it should just break off if it's old and brittle. That's a little trick I use. Just try not to hit it too hard, so that way you don't make an indentation on the oil drain tube. I am buffing it a little bit with a little cookie. Nothing too hard, just something to take off the rest of the gasket on there. Now I'm installing the turbo. Just going to want to put it on. Make sure to have the gasket in place. And just put one nut on there. Then you can put all the rest on. Now this turbo goes torque to 33 foot-pounds. Now here is a little tricky, trying to put the oil drain feed line, I mean the oil drain line. Just try to set them in by hand first. And get a little wrench, try to tighten it. I think sorry guys, I skipped a little part. I'll put this is when I'm putting the gasket in place. I'm trying to put the bolt on. I ended up putting one bolt first on this side, closest side, make it easier, and then put the back bolt in. Sorry, I got my videos a little out of sequence. Here I'm just using the extensions, 2 extensions with the little 10 milli. Tighten it down, trying to show you guys as much as possible. A little tricky, just gotta try to find and maneuver it. See how it's going all the way from in here. Not that big of a torque, it's only like about 18 foot-pounds. I go 20. I want to install the oil supply line. Don't forget to put your intake, your CAC intake hose. Just make sure to align it right. Make sure you put it where the clamp doesn't hit anything. I've seen a lot of people just put that clamp on the side, and once the cab sits down on it, it starts hitting it or rubbing on something. Be careful of the surroundings, or take pictures so that way you know where it was before. There you guys have it. Put all the intake in, exhaust clamp in. It's not too bad.